Hello my friends, this is part 2 of the Battle of Colline Gate, fought in 82 BC. This is the first Civil War battle that we are looking into. If you saw part 1, you saw that there were lots of action happening. Romans being very aggressive over there. The Samnites being aggressive in the beginning over here, but they didn't really pull through that attack. But they had a good skirmish phase there with Dark in the Sky, so they pretty much threw all their ammunition towards the Roman lines in the beginning, and actually harming 2 of the units here pretty hard actually. But we have not seen the real battle going on. Well, there was actually in the end of the last session we saw an assault of these Roman legionaries against those guys, but they are just barely starting the fight over here. But here we have a pretty critical situation for the Samnites. Crassus' troops are pushing forward. We have a few units in the verge of being destroyed, but they could probably bite back still, and they have a full cavalry unit there. The Roman did a cavalry charge by the mounted troops guard and did some harm, especially against those guys who got 3 hits. But on the other hand, we didn't hit with 1 against those guys, you remember. And both Roman cavalry units are mostly spent right now. So that's the situation, and no victory banners dealt as of yet. And it's the Samnites who go first. And they play a D or E card. Let's see what we have here. 2 unit center or medium troops. All right, I think I'll play the medium troops because I'm gonna be aggressive with the Samnites, and they have a 5 card hand, so we can order up to 5 units. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's what we have actually in terms of medium heavies. So where should we? These guys are actually not supported, so I dare to do a cavalry charge over there. These guys will give some support here and eventually be ready to defend the camp, because that gives the enemy some victory banners actually. And these guys will march forward, engage those legionaries, help out those Samnites there, and the cavalry will now charge Sulla. Okay, I sense we could get the first victory banner here now. Let's start over here. We have a cavalry charge against that legionary unit. This is a dangerous charge. They are pretty much dependent on getting that flag. I mean, optimum would be to get 2 hits and then a flag, because then we could follow up and attack once more. Let's see what we get. That's pretty good. Pretty good of a roll. So that's 1 hit, and then they need to go back 2 actually. 1, 2. And I can go in. I can go 1 more, and I dare to do that because I can now attack Crassus' weakened cavalry unit. He didn't see that guy coming through there, so I'm gonna attack with the bonus combat against Crassus. We need 1 hit. We got it. That's the flag, or the crossed sword. So we have the first victory banner for the Samnites, and that's on this flank actually. And we're gonna check how Crassus fared now, because we're gonna check that with only 1 die, you know. He's fine, so he needs to retreat, and he don't have that many places to go. We could still go 1 more here, but I will stay there. I don't want to be, you know, blocked in here and then eliminated just like that. I want to be able to evade. Okay, good charge there. Let's continue as the cavalry was so successful. So here's Pontius attacking Sulla. Pontius Telesinus attacking Sulla. 3 dice. 1 hit needed. Well. Let's see now. That's 3 of those. They can ignore 1 since they have the leader. Then they need to go 1, 2, 3, then take another flag. I wonder what happens with the leader here. Will he go out with Sulla right out? I need to check that. Just a moment. Okay, it took some while for me to find the rules here, but I believe as this guy is eliminated here because it cannot fulfill its retreat, by the way, giving the Sam Knight player another victory banner. Now we need to check for Sula, and here it says, you may choose to evade your leader off your side of the battlefield. This saves the leader from becoming a victory banner for your opponent, but you do lose a strong command piece by doing so. Yes, but these guys, Sula don't have any choice, so if he survives this one, he must evade out of the board, but not giving a victory banner. That's how I read it. So we're gonna check him first with one die. He's fine. So he's pretty much needs to evade now since his unit got eliminated. So he goes out, but not giving the Sam Knights a victory banner for that. This means these guys could gain ground, go once more. And I will do that sideways and battle here. So I'm going to attack with 3 dice over here. Well, that was a bit of a crazy situation, but and Sula out of the board, that's very unexpected. So we're gonna attack here. 3 dice. 1 hit. They will battle back with 4. No, this was dangerous. And they managed to kill me. Okay, that was maybe crazy of me. So we gave the Romans a victory banner for that. And now we're gonna check Pontius actually. If he survived, he did, so he can now relocate. 1, 2, 3. Well, he did a splendid charge here, chasing Sulla off the battlefield, or into Rome actually. He fled through the city gates of Rome, Colline gate. And also another great charge here, attacking Crassus, who also had almost to flee out of the board. Okay. But we're not done with the Sam Knights yet. We have one more battle to do. The medium heavy infantry will attack over here against an opponent of the same type. Let's see. These guys are not supported. That's important. But no flags rolls. But we got 2 hits on the legionary, who will battle back. Nil hits. Bad roll by the Romans there. So I think this is a Marian Legion battling here. So, well, they actually this could go either way actually. This is cool, really cool. Okay, that was the Sam Knight turn. Let's go back to the Romans. What can they do? They are hard pressed here. There's some panic over here right now. It looks so good 1 turn ago. Let's see what we can do. A tactics card or lowest order count. Tactic card would be mounted charge. This really sucks that they couldn't utilize that card actually. And the lowest order count would be, that's 3, that's 2, and that's actually 3 as well. So it needs to be this one. So the mounted charge, which will mean 1 unit of my choice, or this one. 2 on the right, which I probably need to play to save these guys. Yeah. It needs to be 2 on the right, because I need to save Crassus, the only leader left there now. So it'll be Crassus, and it will be some legionaries here. Crassus will just ride to attach here, and they will then attack these guys with 4 dice. That's loads of hits. No, it isn't, because... Wait a minute. Yeah, it is. It's actually 3 hits. So it's enough. We kill these guys. And we got the Roman second banner by that. We could gain ground, but I don't bother. And that's all actually for the Roman turn. We go back to the Samnites. The Samnites have some... I mean, we have both sides needs 3 victory banners. And you know what? We could achieve that with the Samnites actually. Here we have weakened troops, and we had 2 weakened guys over here. And actually over here we have 1 unsupported slinger who cannot retreat even 1 hex. So if the Samnites could get a good card, they could actually end the battle to a Marian victory actually. So that's an A, B or C. We have the heavy troops in slot B, we have a light troops, and we have a right leadership. But unfortunately for them, they don't have any leader there. That would be the very good card to play. So, light troops, heavy, which will be 1 unit of my choice, or the right leadership would be 1 unit of my choice. So, not great cards over here actually. So maybe we should take it easy then. Let's play the... let's not use the leadership. Maybe we get use of that later on. Let's play the heavies. And that will be these guys who attacks once more against that legionary. 2 hits needed. We didn't get any hits, but we forced those guys to retreat. And we will not follow. Okay. Not too happy with that as a Samnite player. I was hoping to get that banner, but no. On the other hand, these guys don't really have anywhere to flee, so if we could just slowly grind forward, we could get those guys. But yeah, what could the Romans do then to snatch victory here? I mean, still, there are so many weakened troops here. If we could just get to those. Too bad we don't have any cavalry left. Romans, D or E. Coordinated attack or a counterattack, which would be heavy troops. Not interested in that, I'm sure, so we're going to play the coordinated attack. That we will do. And what should we do then? Okay. Right, center, or left actually, center and right. So we're gonna continue with Crassus, who has now control of the legionaries, to just continue the attacks there. These guys will retreat back, and these guys will go up here, and they can actually throw a 1-die javelin attack against, let's take that legionary unit. And they actually hit. What a peel I threw over there. These guys go down with 1 block. Then we have some heavy battling to do here. That's 4 dice against that unit who cannot evade. It's Auxilia. We got the 2 hits needed. That was a crossed sword, so these guys go down. And the Romans are now in the lead actually, 3-2. And we have a leader, so I'm gonna momentum advance and attack once more to try to kill those guys. 1 hit needed. And we got it. More of the Samnites going down, or that was maybe Marian legionaries, and we now got 4 out of the 5 we need. And I will actually momentum advance once more, because my aim is to gain that camp, because that gives us the last victory banner we need, right? Pretty awesome if we can do that. So we're pretty much forcing these guys to attack me now. Yeah, that was the Roman. I mean, I feel we are coming to a close of this battle. The Samnites will need more time, to really engage here and kill off those units and win by that. But they have to tend to those guys, or they will be doomed. Samnites, what can you do now about this situation? C, D, or E? Right leadership, meaning 1 unit. 2 units center. That could suit me now actually. And a Mofire move. I think we have to play the 2 unit center now. Actually, and I mean we need to get that guy. And I'm gonna place myself here. No, here and 1, 2, 3 here. Yeah. Our aim is to get those guys to retreat basically, so they cannot gain that. Oh, wait a minute. We could even go in with the cavalry to the camp. But I think the cavalry will fight very inefficiently there. That could prevent those guys from taking it just by marching in. So what's the deal with those camps then for cavalry? Here we go. Fortified camp. Unit defending a fortified camp X disregards 1 symbol, but I think cavalry mounted units receive no protective benefit from fortified camps. That's the thing that sucks here. And a unit on a fortified camp rolls 1 fewer battle die than usual when it's battle. So we would only get 2 dice out if we ride in with a cavalry there. No, I'm gonna take my chances with this one. I need all the dice I need now. I can get. So let's actually start with the cavalry. Is that a wise decision? If we attack here and those battle back, we cannot. No, let's start with the auxilia anyway. 3 dice. Now we need to be lucky as the standard player. Really lucky with the dice here. We got 1 hit and 1 flag. Well, it depends if Crassus survived, basically. He did, so they can ignore that flag and battle back. We can ignore 1 flag as the Sandmite player as well. Okay, so they got 1 hit on us. It's an even fight. But we need to check. Crassus. He's fine. Oh, that was not Crassus, that was Pontius. Okay. Then we have the cavalry who will also attack. I mean, they could kill those guys with a lucky roll because we have leader support. Nope. Another hit though. And we need to check Crassus again. He's fine. And they will battle back with 4 dice. 2 hits on the cavalry. And that was a risky thing because, I mean, if these guys would need to retreat, they would have been eliminated and the Romans would have won by that. Okay, so that was my, I had to take a chance here. But it's difficult. Difficult situation for the Samnites over there. So the Romans have pretty much many options. They could get here, kill that guy or something, to win the battle. And it's the Romans who go next. That's a tactic card or lowest order count. The tactic card would be the mounted charge, not that fancy, or the counter attack, which would be 2 in the center, which is more interesting. Otherwise, it needs to be 3 in the center or 3 lights. I believe I have 3 of them. Yeah, so I could play one of these 2 actually as well. Or the counterattack. But maybe I should stay with or keep the counterattack. I'll play 3 in the center. I'm gonna order those, of course. I'm gonna order those. And let's bring up some more legionaries. These guys will just throw the javelins. These guys will march forward, and I will now enter the camp. But I need to hold it for 1 turn, and I only have 2 blocks there. Okay, let's start here. 2 dice, javelin attack against the Marian Legion there. No hits. Then gonna attack out towards that cavalry. Normally I have 4 dice, but since I attack from those walls, I only get 3. But that could be enough. I mean, a flag, a sword hit, or a blue, or a leader actually kills those guys. So this is pretty sure. Yeah, I got the leader. The cavalry goes down. The Romans gain their 5th banner, and by that they win 5-2. And if you look at it, pretty much as in history, Romans crushing that side. Interesting though, the leader is over here now from the Samnite side. He was fighting over here, I believe, historically. And also what is ahistorical is that Sulla went off. He should be here inspiring, you know, bringing forward a counterattack and winning the battle in the end at this flank. But, well, they got a bit pressed here. I mean, the Romans over here, that wasn't as in history, but in the end, after a start that looked kind of not so good for the Romans, I believe, because they took those heavy hits from the Dark in the Sky and all that, they managed to turn this battle around and bring it to a victory for the Sullan side or Roman side. So a pretty nice, small and nice, felt really compact in a way, this battle. Or it was 2 hotspots, of course, but still I like this, an intense one. And as I can see, this could be a pretty balanced one, even though the Romans have the heavier troops. But still, if the Samnites could get a bit more things going on here, not trying to all the time do stuff over there, they could have done some real damage on the Romans, and it would be even more even in victory banner count, I believe. And as you can see, they are 3 units here, really weak. So imagine now doing a cavalry charge over here. That could easily get me 2 banners, especially with a leader. But anyway, this goes as in history. Sulla will be back for sure after he has gotten some refreshing wine in Rome and getting back to the battlefield. And I think history will repeat itself in this variant, right? He will ride southwards to Praeneste and show the heads of the enemy generals to Marius the Younger, and Praeneste will, you know, open the gates and surrender to Sulla. By the way, as I said, that was what happened in history, and that was a pretty grim thing. As the Sullan forces entered the city, they pretty much, you know, divided the people into 2 or 3. The Romans to one side, and the Praenesians and other people to one side, those who had you know, supported Marius. And you know, pretty much he said, you should all be slaughtered, but I will grant you the life, you who are Romans. The rest of the male people he did actually kill inside Praeneste, so that was a bloody story. And I mean, these times, when you read about it, there's just so many killed. And by the way, speaking of casualties and kills, it said that some 50,000 perished in this battle and several thousand taken prisoner. I think actually very many were killed later on by Sulla, of the prisoners here as well. So it's really giving no quarter here in this But that's kind of the state of civil wars in general, right? They are often even more grim than, you know, war between states. For some reason, it's some kind of a rage, hatred, and bitterness that is on another level when it's a civil war for some reason. Okay, I think we're done then. And what do you think? Did you enjoy it? I did. As I said, small but nice battle, intense. You need to, I mean, every banner is really important here, so you need to really, I mean, I was a bit silly with doing that, you know, the cavalry attack deep into enemy territory there, but that's so typical me, being that plonker I am. So I could have saved maybe the Sam Knights for a turn or two if I haven't charged in there, but on the other hand, they managed to get Sulla out, and if I had rolled a bit better against this guy, remember after the Sulla battle they went towards the flank to roll up the flank here, attacked, but it didn't go that well. So they got killed eventually. I mean, that cavalry could have been really valuable in the end here. Attacking here, for instance. Anyway, that's it. Again, thanks for watching and see you next time. I think we will continue with some Roma civil wars. And actually, I think it's a kind of a continuation of this war, because there are things happening in Spain during this time. They are, you know, Marian supported by Sertorius and others. So they will linger on, and pretty much this war will continue for a while. And if I'm not mistaken, there is actually one or maybe even 2 or 3 scenarios depicting the wars in Spain. And we're going to look at that next time. So, until then, bye-bye.